I'm Andy Beshear, and I'm the proud Democratic governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. If you don't know me, I'm the guy who won in deep red Kentucky in 3 consecutive elections. I beat Mitch McConnell's and Donald Trump's handpicked candidate in 2023 by 5 points in my re-election. For context, Trump won Kentucky by 30 points. The question I get asked most often is, how did you do it? How did you win? The answer is that we won by staying true to our values of compassion, empathy, and doing right by our neighbors. I believe that Donald Trump won because he was able to convince the last group of voters that he be less focused on culture war issues and more focused on lowering costs and addressing inflation. Now, I don't think that was fair, but it's also the opposite of what he's doing. Instead, we're getting chaos, incompetence, and cruelty. The actions of the Trump administration are providing a huge opportunity for Democrats to go out and regain the trust of the American people, to be the party of common sense, common ground, and getting things done. To do that, we have to talk to people and not at them, and we have to explain our why. That's how I won counties in eastern Kentucky that normally vote for Republicans by large margins, including Breathitt County, which is a county J.D. Vance pretends he's from. Donald Trump won that county by 59 points. I won it by 22 points the year before. So I know we can win in tough areas when we lead with what's important to us. For me, my why is my faith. It's why as governor I restored voting rights to almost 200,000 Kentuckians, because second chances are our responsibility and our calling. I removed the statue of Jefferson Davis from our state capitol because a glaring symbol of bigotry and division does not belong in any capital in our country. And it's why I made Juneteenth an executive branch holiday for the first time in Kentucky's history. I vetoed 4 anti-choice bills, including one of the most extreme pieces of anti-choice legislation in the country that didn't even include exceptions for survivors of rape or incest or women with non-viable pregnancies. I issued an executive order banning so-called conversion therapy to protect our LGBTQ youth. And I vetoed every single piece of anti-LGBTQ legislation that came to my desk, including the nastiest anti-LGBTQ bill in the country, and I vetoed it in my re-election year. I did it because I believe all children are children of God, and I wanted to stick up for kids who were getting picked on by the politicians pushing that bill. I knew I'd get pushback. But some things are worth losing over. But I also got a lot of Kentuckians telling me while they might not agree with me, they knew I was doing what I thought was right. Because I communicated my why. Whether people agreed with my decision or not, they knew why I was making it. And it gave people the grace and the space to maybe disagree but understand where I was coming from. They also knew that the next day I'd be announcing new jobs, opening a new health clinic, or finishing a new road that would cut 20 minutes off their commute. Democrats can regain the faith of the American people with a relentless focus on the core concerns of our hardworking families. Better jobs, more affordable and accessible health care, safer roads and bridges, the best education for our children, and communities where people not only are safe, but they feel safe. And that focus must be backed up by actual results and proven effective governing. We have to be the party that delivers. People need to see us get our boots dirty, to get out in their communities again and again, because showing up tells people you care. In the next election, we must win the gut check about which party will make life a little better and make paying the bills a little easier. For all of us, the opening is here. Right now, we have to make sure that Americans know that Trump Republicans are trying to decimate Medicaid with their big, ugly bill. And what it will do is devastate health care across rural America and hammer our economy. In my state, this big, ugly bill risks closing 35 rural hospitals. It's going to fire 20,000 healthcare workers, and 200,000 of my fellow Kentuckians will lose their healthcare coverage. It means that even families with private insurance will have to drive hours just to see their primary care physician because their rural health care center will have closed. People have to take time off of work to care for aging parents who no longer have access to long-term care. Our health care system is the second biggest employer in rural areas right after our public schools, so these cuts will be devastating to the entire economy. This bill is estimated to cut 16 million Americans off their health care, and cuts to food assistance are going to make kids and seniors go hungry. And for what? It doesn't even work. The bill increases the deficit by trillions, and it passes on even more costs to states, blowing a hole in state budgets in the process. And Mitch McConnell says that people will get over it. People who lose their job because of this bill ain't getting over it. People who lose their health care coverage ain't getting over it. If you have to take care of an aging loved one, you ain't getting over it. If you live in a county where thousands of people lose their jobs and the ripple effect is seen on small businesses and the local tax base, you ain't getting over it. Democrats can win again by winning the middle, and it's there for the taking. So I appreciate all of you for joining us today. You're here because you know that we can do the work to win back this country. I'm here as living proof that when Democrats put people first and stand firm on our values, we can and will win in tough elections again. Folks, who Trump is trying to make America ain't who we are. So I know that brighter days are ahead for our party and for our country. Our job is to make it happen. Thank you.